Welcome to the world according to on the networks of IMTS Plus. Over the next few minutes, we'll talk to Mike Mugno, president at Tsugami America, along with Salay Quaranta, the vice president of sales at Tsugami America. Thank you both for being here and sharing your insights with our IMTS audience. So Mike, let's talk a little bit about your personal history and your journey to manufacturing.
My journey into manufacturing really started from when I was born in New York. Grew up in Queens, had a chance to go to school in New York, and then ultimately get my first position in Manhattan in sales. I had an opportunity then to move on to J&J, which I had a chance to really learn a lot about medical in general and how the manufacturing piece was able to impact how the medicine might be delivered and through delivery systems was so impactful. From there, I had an opportunity to interview with Tsugami America. One of the things that I know that I love most about this position is going out on the road to be able to see customers. That's what makes me want to get up each day and be able to provide a great product with Tsugami America, is that customer interaction.
Salay, now it's your turn. Tell us a little bit about your journey to manufacturing and how you got to Tsugami.
So I actually grew up in a South Shore town outside of Boston called Hanover, Massachusetts. From a very young age, I was always asking a lot of questions of why, and that naturally led me into studying material science and engineering with the University of Connecticut. And when I entered the workforce, I ended up having a lot of different opportunities to work for different companies, from think tanks to contract service providers, large OEM builders, and here I am now with Tsugami America as the Vice President of Sales for North America.
Let's talk a little bit about Tsugami, its roots, and the products that you have for the marketplace.
So way back in 1978, Lee Morris had an idea about being able to import a new brand of machinery, and he made those overtures and took a trip over to Japan, and lo and behold, he ended up with Tsugami as a partner. That partnership has been strong throughout. That's the longest standing brand in the Morris family of products. It's almost 50 years at this point. Whether it's applications, with being able to help make the parts a reality, whether it's service teams, making your machines continue to work and give you the peace of mind with uptime, all the technical resources that really get applied to the machines and to the brand. That's what I really think is the magic. So if you take the technology and the machinery of Tsugami and you add the magic of the people and the technological teams of Tsugami America, that's really what helps set us apart from a customer experience.
In 2022, REM Sales actually rebranded to become Tsugami America, and we were able to, at the 2022 IMTS, unveil that in new customer experience. It's all about being able to think of us as an extension in your small parts manufacturing. Precision Tsugami is the #1 world leader in small parts manufacturing.
Primarily, Precision Tsugami has been a Swiss manufacturing product. We have now, over time though, expanded that product line to include other machines. Now we're also expanding into multifunction machines that are able to do more complex parts that are going to be larger than your typical Swiss parts.
At IMTS, we're going to have 5 new machines in our portfolio. We've additionally added more automation solutions too. So those will be exciting to see.
It will be.
Could you talk maybe about a specific use case or common thing you hear from customers that drives automation?
I'll give you one right off the bat. Since the moment I started at this company, every shop that I visit tells me that I have the money to be able to buy a machine tool if you can find me an operator that's going to be able to run it. So that is the driver that has been consistent for the 12 plus years that I've been here thus far. So I have no reason to believe that's going to change. If anything, I think it's only becoming more challenging. I think one of the biggest things customers are looking for is local support and service. And I think we are so fortunate to have the best distribution team from coast to coast to be able to help support our products and ultimately our customers. Additionally, we have multiple technical centers to be able to help support customers directly as the builder itself. We have a brand new headquarters that we're going to be moving into. That's going to be right in Windsor, Connecticut. We have a second facility out in Fort Wayne. We have one in Memphis, Tennessee, and we're also out in Fullerton, California. We're sitting here in a brand new facility today in Minneapolis.
And when you visit us East Coast to West Coast, that experience will be the one and the same. Distribution partner, a technical center, our process development center. We are at the local level with you.
talk about specific technologies? LaserSwiss, for instance. I don't understand this. What is LaserSwiss?
So the LaserSwiss product is effectively a 2000s end mill using a laser as a tool. Now you can use this to create flexible tubing. You can get into some really fine features and delicate areas that you need, from the medical device all the way through to aerospace and others that are wanting components where you're, again, using that laser as a tool on the machine. Integrating the laser solution into our machines has allowed us to be able to cut, to weld, to mark. It's a beautiful tool.
All right, so let's talk about your customers. What do you see in the next 6 to 12 months as far as where demand would be from an industry perspective or certain types of customers?
Right now, we know medical. Obviously, we have an aging population across the country, so ultimately we're going to have to serve that group of people and ultimately our customers in that regard. Aerospace should be coming back at some point.
E-mobility has now entered the mass market. We can't ignore that piece as well, because the automotive industry is continuing to face additional challenges from their ICE engines, where we want to move that needle. And there's a lot of incentives for this too.
I think just in general, the reshoring efforts across the board, we're going to see parts that are going to come back that we haven't seen for quite some time that we're going to start to be able to make again.
I just keep coming to this phrase of the world is getting smaller. The world is getting smaller in our manufacturing abilities and the parts that are being produced. Everything is about how do we get smaller, how do we get faster. We have digitization, we have automation, we have a lot more smart technologies happening. Everything is coming back to the local level. Innovation and ingenuity are hard to do, but when you get that, man, is it sweet.
So, the world, according to Salay, Quaranta is?
The world, according to Salay, Quaranta, is about renaissance. We are seeing an unprecedented return to North America of manufacturing, and that's extremely exciting for us.
The world, according to Mike Mugno, is?
The world, according to Mike Mugno, would be about change and evolution. Our customers are experiencing unprecedented change. We need to be able to rise to the occasion to be able to help meet their needs.
And that's it for this episode of The World According to. Our thanks to Michael Mugno and Salay Quaranta of Tsugami America for welcoming us to your facility here in Minneapolis, Minnesota. We'll see you on the next episode of The World According to on IMTS Plus.